There is a specific moment a lot of retirees describe the same way. They are sitting somewhere quiet, kitchen table, maybe a doctor's waiting room, and they are looking at their first Social Security deposit. And the number is wrong, not a little wrong, noticeably wrong, and they spend the next 3 days trying to figure out why. That moment is preventable, almost always. The gap between what the statement promises and what the check delivers comes from 5 rules that SSA applies after your base benefit is calculated. They are legal, documented, and for most people completely invisible until it is too late. I am going to walk you through all 5 today, so that quiet moment never happens to you. My name is Maya. I went through every SSA and IRS rule that can reduce a Social Security benefit. The actual publications, not the summaries, so you do not have to track them down yourself. These reductions are not rare edge cases. They apply to millions of ordinary retirees. People who are still working part-time, people who had one good income year at the wrong time. Divorced women, people with disabled adult children. You are not the only person facing this, and there is a path through it. But only if you can see the whole map first. Let me show you the map, and then let me show you what happened to one woman who didn't have it. Her name is Carol. She is 63. She taught 4th grade in Columbus for 24 years. She retired from teaching at 58, spent 4 years working HR at a logistics company, and is now sitting at her kitchen table with her Social Security statement in one hand and a calculator in the other. The statement says $2,147 a month at her full retirement age of 67. She wants to claim at 63. She is tired, her knees hurt, and she has been saying just a few more years for a decade. What Carol does not know yet is that 5 different rules are about to touch her number, and she is about to find out what each one costs. The first one is the one most people know about, but not what it actually cost over a lifetime. Rule 1, early claiming reduction. Carol's full retirement age is 67. If she claims at 63 4 years early, Social Security permanently reduces her benefit by approximately 26.7%. Not temporarily, permanently, her $2,147 becomes $1,572 a month. That is $575 less every month for the rest of her life. Over 20 years, that is $138,000. Not a rounding error, a house. Carol knew early claiming reduces the benefit. What she did not realize is how permanent actually is. Rule 2, the earnings test. Carol is not fully retired. She works part-time at a garden center, 25 hours a week, $39,800 a year. She likes it. She knows every plant by its Latin name. In 2024, if you are under full retirement age and collecting Social Security, SSA withholds $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn above $22,320. Carol earns $39,800. That is $17,480. Above the limit, SSA withholds $8,740. For the year, $728 a month. Almost half of her already reduced benefit gone. Here is the important part. This is not permanent. When Carol reaches full retirement age, SSA recalculates her benefit upward and credits back the withheld months. The money returns, eventually. But in the short term, a retiree earning $39,800 a year while claiming early can see their monthly benefit nearly suspended. If this is making sense so far, hit the like button. It just helps me know which topics are worth going deeper on. I want to know where you are in this. Drop a comment. Tell me if you are still working part-time while collecting Social Security. I read every single comment on this channel. That was Rule 2. The next one is the one most retirees never see coming. Rule 3. Federal taxation of Social Security benefits. The IRS uses a figure called combined income, your adjusted gross income plus non-taxable interest plus half your Social Security benefit. For a single filer, if combined income exceeds $34,000, up to 85% of your Social Security benefit is subject to federal income tax. Carol has her teacher pension of $19,560 a month, her part-time garden center income, a small IRA distribution, half her Social Security benefit. She is well above $34,000. That means 85% of her Social Security check is exposed to federal tax. One more thing worth knowing, those income thresholds, $25,000 and $34,000, have not been adjusted for inflation since 1983. Every year, more retirees cross them without ever having a higher real income. The tax was designed to hit the wealthy. It now hits the middle. Rule 4, Medicare. Most people do not receive the full Social Security benefit they are quoted. Medicare Part B premiums are deducted directly before the check is issued. In 2024, the standard Part B premium is $174.7 per month. That comes out automatically. But Carol has a second problem. 2 years ago, her mother passed away and left her a small house in Cincinnati. Carol sold it. It was not a big gain, $94,000, but it pushed her income well above her normal range for that tax year. Here is what she did not know. Medicare's IRMAA, a surcharge. The income-related monthly adjustment amount is based on your tax return from 2 years prior. That one-time capital gain from a house she sold while she was grieving is now following her into retirement. Her IRMAA surcharge this year, an additional $69.9 per month on top of the standard premium. A decision made in a year she barely remembers is reducing her check every month this year. We are about to put all 5 rules on one page. What that number looks like is the part I need you to sit with. Rule 5, Deemed Filing Rule. Before 2016, you could claim your spousal benefit while letting your own retirement benefit grow. That strategy is no longer available. Under deemed filing rules, when you apply for either your own retirement benefit or your spousal benefit, Social Security automatically considers you to have applied for both at the same time. They pay whichever amount is higher. Not the combination, not one now and one later. This matters for Carol because her spousal benefit would be lower than her own. So she gets her own benefit. She cannot claim spousal later. She cannot let her own benefit grow while collecting spousal. Now let me show you what all 5 rules look like on one page. Carol sets her calculator down. She has been running the numbers for 45 minutes. The kitchen is quiet. There is a cup of tea she made and forgot to drink. She is looking at a number she did not expect. Start $2,147. Her full retirement age benefit, early claiming at 63, down to $1,572. Medicare Part B premium of $174.7, down to $1,397. IRMAA surcharge of $69.9, down to $1,327. Earnings test withholding of $728 per month temporary, but real right now down to $599. Federal income tax exposure on 85% of the benefit, applied to whatever arrives. I want to stop here for a second. Not because the math is complicated, it is not, but because this is the moment. This is the thing that happens at kitchen tables all over this country, every day, to people who did everything right, worked their whole careers. Paid in, planned as well as they knew how, and then found out too late to easily change course that the number on the statement was never the number they were going to get. That is not okay, and it is exactly why this video exists. Here is what most people never find out. Every single one of these reductions has a response. Early claiming, Carol delays to 67. Her effective benefit stays at $2,147. The 26.7% reduction disappears entirely. Earnings test. The withheld benefits return at full retirement age. It is not lost. It is deferred. IRMAA. Carol can appeal using SSA Form SSA 44. The death of a parent and the sale of property both qualify as life-changing events. She files. Her surcharge tier is adjusted. Taxation of benefits, strategic Roth conversions in the 2 years before claiming can reduce her combined income below the threshold. One conversation with a tax planner. Deemed filing rule. Knowing it exists changes Carol's entire claiming strategy. She stops thinking about spousal benefits and focuses on maximizing her own benefit. Carol delays her claim to 67. She files SSA 44 and gets her IRMAA tier corrected. She continues working at the garden center. Knowing the earnings test withholding is temporary, her benefit at $2,147 with a corrected Medicare premium, she still pays federal tax on 85% of it. That does not go away, but the $599 check she was staring at became a $1,900 plus check, a real retirement, because she knew where to look. If you are between 60 and 67 or still working part-time, Carol's situation is probably closer to yours than you think. Social Security is not just a check you wait for. It is a set of interlocking decisions. And the rules are not hidden because they are secret. They are hidden because no one has sat down and explained them in plain language. Here is one thing to do this week. Go to ssa.gov and pull your most recent statement. Look at your full retirement age benefit. Then look up the earnings test limits for this year. It takes about 4 minutes. I want you to know the fact that you are watching videos like this, asking these questions, running these numbers, that already puts you ahead. Retirement planning is not about being perfect. It is about not being surprised. You are doing the work. I will be here with more of it. Take care. This is Maya. Retire with Maya. We go through the real retirement rules in plain language, so you have what you need to make the call that is right for you. The biggest retirement mistakes are usually quiet. A rule you did not know, a form you did not file, a number that was never the number you were going to get, until someone sat down and showed you why. Bye. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.